Fitzy and Wippa.
Happy? Well, it is. It's a happy Tuesday today, and it's International Women's Day, and we are celebrating those magnificent, powerful women all around us. And you know what? This man has plenty of those around him. It is a good friend of the show, Guy Sebastian.
Guy Sebastian, hello, buddy.
Hello. Good morning, guys.
It is International Women's Day today. We need to talk about your beautiful wife, Jules, but also your magnificent mother, Nellie, who, is it fair to say over the years, Guy, has got stuck into you before gigs before, Nellie, hasn't she? She likes to send you a text message.
Oh, she's very honest. Very honest. Like, even if I'm even 2 minutes late, I remember I was playing in Adelaide. I think I was at the entertainment centre or something. And, you know, like sometimes you don't come on bang on. You sort of, you know, the support act might have gone for a bit longer or something. I reckon I was meant to be on stage at maybe 8:30. It was 8:32 and Nellie's sent me a text just going, what's going on? You're late. Like, not, you know, good luck, son. I'm so proud of you being here in the audience. It just really gives me the feels. No, Mum she was upset that I was late. I could have brought up all the times I was sitting on the stairs at King's Baptist Grammar School waiting for her at the end of the day when she was late. But
Come and pick me up, Mum. What about your appearance? My mum was always a big one and would crunch me for what I looked like. Was she all right with you? And you get up and I had to be cleanly shaven and...
No, I think my mum, you know what, it was my dad dressed really well. Like growing up, I always looked at my dad and he always wore these really funky hats and, awesome. You know, and may have been to cover, you know, he sort of lost his hair pretty young. And actually, it'd be good to see you, Fitzy, in a bit more extravagant headwear.
Yeah,
we've got 6 wigs in the cupboard here. I know that much.
I'm a huge fan of wigs, Guy. So if you've got any, if you've got any around, I'll take as many as I can get.
Guy, this is not a bad idea. You're heading to Coachella this year, Fitz. Why don't you take a wig along?
It's not
and just
bad.
see how it goes for the festival.
Like what a long rock star.
Yeah, rock star wig. No one would know.
That would look good. But I will admit that I didn't know I was zooming in this morning, and you know this is early for a musician, and I thought I was gonna. I had no idea until the publicist called. They're like, "Are you getting onto the Zoom?" And I was like, "What? It's a Zoom."
I'm nude.
I set my alarm maybe 5 or 10 minutes before, but anyway, I've stayed downstairs. I knew I had this early thing, and so don't worry, I'm in bed, but I'm not.
Do you sleep in the nude, Guy?
No, not really. No, not a nude sleeper.
Why do you ask?
Well, I've only just started doing that because my mother-in-law threw up my old comfortable underpants, and then my wife came in the other night after I'd had a few drinks and painted a picture the next morning of what she saw, and it was just really unfortunate.
Oh, wow.
It involved a bulldog.
Oh God! Every night, without fail, Archie lobs in at about. My youngest son, he lobs in at about probably 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and so I don't know. I think it'd be a bit weird if I'm in the nut and my little fella being my little fella being my son. But no, this is what I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping next to this.
Have you not got a doona cover on your bed? Is that just a blanket without a cover?
No, it's like a I don't know, a linen thing. I don't know if you saw this in the background.
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
This will look weird.
Yeah, what do you got?
It's a portrait of you.
It's a painting.
Is that Arndo?
It's Arndo.
Is it Arndo?
I haven't figured out where to put it yet because it's a massive portrait of my face, and I don't know where the appropriate
on the
place
ceiling.
To put that.
On the ceiling.
Yeah.
Actually, we were just talking about your pajamas before. You're wearing a Nike top, and you put up a beautiful post of Warne, who passed away over the weekend. Can you tell us about your relationship with Warne, Guy?
Oh, look, I've met Warne a bunch of times, and I think one of the first times was at I sang for a couple of charity things for his foundation, and he was very appreciative. And then it was just generally just at different things. You know, I've been to his, you know, even late nights at his nightclub in Melbourne at the crowd. And
23.
The last time I saw him was actually only maybe a couple of months ago. I was playing golf at golf course in Melbourne called Cathedral Lodge, and he was he'd shown me all he's pulled up his top and he's just come off his bike. He was just came off his Harley and he had like grazes and scratches everywhere. He was struggling to walk, but he'd still lobbed up. Like this was the next day because he had a massive group of like Brendan, Julian, a bunch of guys and a whole bunch of corporates were there, and he was organising them all, and he was the boss. He was just making sure everyone was in their right groups and just making sure everyone was having a good time. And then I think he was coming up the 16th. I was on the 12th hole, and I thought, Warne stopped and he's watching me and he's sort of got his arms folded and he's looking at me almost trying to put me off. And I thought, you're not putting me off, mate. This is going straight down the fairway. And I've massively sliced it out of bounds off the tee. I so wanted to impress him.
He
but,
psyched you out.
He was such a legend, and obviously it's ricocheted all over the world. He's passing. He was one of those blokes where he was larger than life. You just never thought he was.
No. Well, if you
go.
think about it, in a tribute to Warne, there's nothing wrong with putting that picture on your ceiling. Warne had the mirror on the ceiling,
yes.
so he was also looking at himself.
He did.
So, pay
he definitely
tribute.
lived a life.
Ando should do one of those, like painting from bed or looking up at the person that he's actually interviewing at the time.
Hot.
Guy, we were going. You've had to postpone this, obviously, because the weather is just unbelievable at the moment. But your best mate, Timmy, and yourself, you're still going to be doing that 500-kilometre walk from Wagga Wagga to Sydney?
We are. So I've sort of haven't been able to train, obviously, for the last little while because, we're walking 50 Ks a day for 10 days, so 500 kilometres for the foundation. We've been putting a lot of kids through this program that we've got through the foundation called Open Parachute. It's like a school program for youth mental health, and so far we've just started, but we've already got about 15,000 kids that we're funding to go through. It costs about $30 a kid for the whole year, and it's just such a beautiful program, and it's helping so many kids deal with issues that are pretty difficult to grasp with social media bullying and consent and all sorts of stuff. So it's something we believe in, and I don't know how I'm going to go on this walk, but I'm going to have a little wheelie bin ice bath.
You just need your VAS, mate. Inner thigh VAS, ready to
go. And then finally head on. So I'm about to tour. But in April, May, I tour on an arena tour. But then I'm actually doing an outdoor tour after the walk. So I'll be going on to in amphitheatres and parks and showgrounds and stuff. I've always wanted to do like an outdoor festival of my own. Like I've always wanted to. There's a lot of outdoor festivals, but I don't know if there's that many for like pop artists. There's not a lot, and so it's sort of something that I wanted to do. The last time I did it was with Lionel Richie. We toured around the wineries and stuff like that.
I saw that. You were amazing. You were better than Lionel, and he was exceptional.
I don't know
No, you were. You were so good. That was a great
You don't have to lie, sir.
No, I genuinely got in the car, and I'm a huge Lionel fan. He was awesome, but you were next level.
So that's Higher Sounds, Guy?
Yeah.
Higher Sounds, yeah. So that's September, every Saturday night, all the way through to late November.
How much fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. And also good, we're all there's so much going on in the world, and there's been so little live music, and I'm just pumped to, I know even announcing these things, my band and everybody that's in my world are just so pumped, just to have a bit of purpose again and all that sort
I want
of
to come
stuff.
along,
So
mate. I love the idea.
Well, it's
definitely
good to see you, mate.
I'll give you a 20% discount on the tickets for sure.
He can afford full freight, don't
Thanks, buddy.
Mate,
so
we'll get you on again before July when you go on that big walk with your mate Timmy as well.
Definitely.
And you know what? We'll make it a little bit later in the show as well, Guy. Okay, so mate, enjoy your sleeping, mate. It's great to see your face again, brother, and thanks for your time.
Grateful for it. Thanks, guys. Love yous.
Fitzy and Wippa.